Hello YouTubers and fellow Square Enix fans, my name is Daryl from Final Fantasy Fan, and today we're continuing our Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. So this is actually stream 2 of today. I took a few hours break, had some food, and tried to do something else, but didn't really have anything to do tonight. So I'd figure, you know what, why not just jump into Final Fantasy XIV again. I was trying to look for a series, couldn't get into it, I'm like, never mind. Looking for an anime, but all the animes are released tomorrow, or the new episodes at least. So that's a no-go for tonight. Tried watching some X-Men. I watched 2 episodes, and I'm like, nah, I need something more active than watching something. So here we are, back to Final Fantasy XIV, and we were actually doing, or about to do, King Moogle Walk. Let's see. Trial. Door March, there we go. I believe there's a Thorn March Extreme mode as well out there. There's our queue. I'm just going through the list of trials as well. Done that, Naval, Thorn March, yep. But the World Leader is also still part of A Realm Reborn. There we go. Good King Moogle the 12th. So many Moogles, this is a fun one. It's not super hard tactics. And again, this is only hard, it's not extreme. go. Do a little dance. There he is. Good King Moogle Monk 12. Spread there. What are we doing, by the way, on elegant tombstones? We need to cash out on those. When I changed the tactics, you no longer need to tank the Moogles, it seems. There goes King Moogle. Well, that was our objective, I suppose. Flee, flee Moogles. Nice, we got one recommendation, I'll take it. You did it, Koopo, you did it! Good King Moogle Molk 12, may his mighty soul rest in pieces no more. I'm sure to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moogles guard when you did. Thank you, Vexus. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. Should go and tell Pugni Puck that the king is no more, Koopo. She's with Ryo O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Give me 1 second, guys, while I try to okay, that's that one. Where do you get these? I'm just checking where I can get some of these extreme trials. Okay, so we got Let Us Cling Together, Brave New Companions, Through the Maelstrom, and On the Properties of Primals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright. You should go and tell him, Pukni Pak, that the king is no more, Kupo. Says Ryo at camp, Camp Tranquil, and you can relay the news to the chieftain. Bye, Morg. So that was a good way to start off, right? Kill Good King Mughal the 12th. It's a fun little trial, it's not too hard. I should probably also go to Mordona, I'll do that in a second. Because, like I said, we've reached Elegant Tombstone Cap. Hello, Putney Puck. Oh, I dare believe my ears. Good King Mughal the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all. Have fallen. All Mughal-kind owes you a debt, Kupo, and I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Okay, this is the quest. Raya-san wishes to congratulate you on your victory on Good King Mughal the 12th. Your bravery and service to the 12th and our Mughals should not be forgotten, Vextus. My sister will doubtlessly wish to hear the tales of great victory from mouth of mouth responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's event, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Alright? So that is one of the quests we need for Mughal Mock Extreme. Alright, where do we go? Lotus Stand, Conjurer's Guild. Alright, let's complete this quest. The Yellow Seats are expecting you, sir. May I show you in? Sure. Let's see, Kano Senna. It wasn't much of a threat. There also was not much of a pre-dialogue for King Mughal. They have it all really quickly. Vexus, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus I have two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him for one. He's not even a god to them. It doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. mayhap a fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of combined power of containing crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moog was called forth a being that by right should not be exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether, which compromised him, instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Ascians. The whole business reeks of their handiwork. Popo, they said it was a masked man who taught them how 2 years ago. Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as the paragons so steer to embers, fool to build the pyre and crystals to feed the flames, ever and ever again shall we suffer primal visitations. A somber thought, but a solitary one. My heartfelt thanks, Vexus. Already the information you've provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Ah, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing the other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Silence shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Stall. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of the arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, maybe you can return to the Walking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Let's see. Well, we're back in the Walking Sands. I believe the moment we exit this door, we will now have then access to Fort Marcha X, or at least a quest from Eorzea. Hello, Mephilia. You're all alone out here. It's good to see you, Hill and Harvey, Vexus. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you have felled good King Mughal XII, but I'd hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Our offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Vexus. There he is. The king lives. That's King Mughal XII, X. The Gifted. The time has at last come to leave Vesper Bay, and Mephilia would apprise you of the final details of the move. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last writ to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing unique attention, we shall make our journey to the Revenant Stall in small groups, departing in irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it's still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seems that the only right thing I should be the last to leave, and I will have you remain with me until the end. Upon my departure, the Walking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given in the care of Eorzea. Oh, he's gonna take care of it. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant and had none the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our order's history. Maybe it is best if we do not forsake them entirely. Eorzea shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that has wrought us so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should he require our assistance, I have assurance that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Eorzea, would you inquire of him the task that remains undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. We had to go to Eorzea anyway, because he had the side quest. Thou art ever welcome, Vextus, but I require no assistance. Pray take the leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, the countenance bespeaks the desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkst this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily doth he set down the past. Full many of proud pioneers have bravely stridden in the great unknown, only to find the banner of the ancestors faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discovery, as though his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in the shadows remain hidden, lost know sooner than they are found. Eorzea, you speak in riddles, buddy. Be not offended, Vectus. Thy conduct have ever been beyond reproach. Despite the surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thy own greatness as to imagine itself above failings of the forebears. Maybe it is the echo which had opened thine eyes to the lesson of history. Would that the same could be said of... Whence came the cry? The Solar, 12 for Fend, the Descendant. What happened? Vexus, you must... Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix Leveilleur was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would I have met him prior to his passing? Nassian, here. How? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted and descendant. But you're not like the others. You're robes. Gifted but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Minor robes of an emissary. Unlike you who came before me, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Brea. La Brea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then, he is still? Come, I only confirm that's what you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You. What are? We're ready when you are, my lady. There's nothing else. Something the matter? Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's Toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you need, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It's only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth is there to each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it was all but chosen few, even you, when young, could not yet see with their eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me, nothing. The gifts grant you clarity, it grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. Lord Brea did not think so highly of the Echo. Lord Brea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit you have one yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our people, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, Antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Mayhap I was in the sight. This is mercy. This is a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the Ardor, I wonder? So, kinda wasn't self-defense, really. I take it there's no need to explanation. Nope, we got all of it. What happened though? Save you concern, he did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry, what happened? Are you alright? You're looking faint, do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Eorzea, send word to the students of Badasian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? What will give us cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the walking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magic. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Vextus. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend to me, Tataru. Alright. Search for white-robed Ascian. Let's get, The King Lives, quest from Eorzea. If he's still here, please don't tell me. Okay, he's still here. Even though in the story he might be somewhere else, there's always a duplicate here because he has a quest. The King Lives. Eorzea wishes to speak with you about the royal return of good King Mugumok II, or the 12th, is it? Yeah. amongst Mughal kind. The legend of good King Mughal XII doth tell of a wise and magnanimous ruler. Alas, the entity they summoned put the light to this imagining with his brief and decidedly unpeaceful reign. It was most disturbing for me to learn, then, that the Mughal guard have once more succeeded in placing their manic potentate upon his thorny throne. Only with the Ascian's guile intervention could they have called the king back from the Ether with such haste. I am afeared that, as was the case with Ifrit and the primal ilk, the ritual thus employed have empowered the avatar with a strength far beyond that of his previous incantation. As ever, it falls to thee, the blade born of light, to banish the Paragon's dark ambition from our realm. The 12 only know what dire power doth corrupt the savior of this gentle forest folk. Thy name has been called, Vextus. The moderate faction of the Mughals have joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open the path to the king's good domain. I bid thee make haste to the Adder's nest, and once more pledge thine aid to dispose of the royal myth made flesh. So that's what we're gonna unlock first, because Joshua and Rachel might help me out in a bit once they're done with their dungeon. So I'm gonna make sure I have that ready by the time they're ready. The Kingly. So that's Mughal Mok X extreme mode. So we still have Ramu, and we still have Leviathan as well. And there's Odin? No. There's Shiva as well. Vexus of the Silence, glad I am to see you. I assume you have apprised of the situation regarding the Mughal monarch. After your previous disposal of the king, Kuplo Kop approached the Mughals' guard and attempted to convince them the errors of their ways. Unfortunately, it appears their efforts of persuasion had rather the opposite effect. The royal sentries provided flew into frenzy and focused their righteous indignation into a new summoning ritual. Mayhap it was the unwavering intensity of the Mughals' guard's prayer. The king has returned to the forest enveloped in an almost blinding aura of majesty. Kuplo Kop tells us this dauntingly maniacal avatar has now taken to calling himself Great King Mughal XII. Suffice it to say, the Elder Seedseer is willing to condone that necessary act of regicide. For the safety of all who dwell in the 12 Suit, it has been decided the king must fall. A certain member of the Elder Seedseer's personal guard has already escorted Kuplo Kop to the ward that shields the monarch's domain. Those among us with the ability to join Mughals are often in high demand, but considering the urgency of your mission, our leader felt it best to expedite matters. Pray make your preparations and set out as soon as you're able. Kuplo Kop awaits you at the Bramble Patch in the East Shroud. Hello, Kuplo Kop. Oh, I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. Not long ago I had a stern with the Mughals' guard about the dangers of turning pleasant fairy tales into disturbing reality. They insisted that the intimidating force that is good King Mughal XII, may his scepter of judgment ever command our respect, is exactly the sort of savior we need. The Mughals' guards are afraid, Kupo. Afraid how the force has changed. Afraid how the never-ending conflict. Afraid that we Mughals have no place in this new world. I'm scared of all these things too, but the thought of unleashing our royal menace upon the 12-Sword scares me even more, Kupo. Please, you must deal with him firmly before he goes too far. Measured threshing, of course. Nothing too brutal. You can enter foremarch here. Though the terror I've made in the war, through the terror I've made in the wars. Excuse me. Take good care, good fortunate, and in the meantime, I'll go let the others know that the great king Mughal XII, may his reign end with minimal bloodshed, will be vacating his throne, Kupo. Right, duty finder updated. Forward March X. Alright, and we return to Vesper's Bay. We have to look for the Asian. Search for the white-robed Asian. I am told you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will not waylay it if you do. You may even perish should you survive, we shall speak anon. Right, this is the flame camp. I doubt we'll get enemies here. Gruesome gargoyle. No problem so far. Just blasting through these guys. We're ready when you are. I meant to ask the other day, didn't know the answer. Do you have Discord? I have Discord, but I don't have a Discord channel yet. That's something I still need to make actually for my channel. I'm not sure if you're in the stream right now. I'm not sure if you can hear me, or else I have to type it. Let's see what she says. Sure. I need to find out what my Discord is for a second. Give me one moment. I'd like that. I appreciate that. I'm starting up my other computer. You are being charged even more of them. I believe that is my Discord name. Maybe you can try and search for it. I'm not sure if you need the number as well. I think the user's name alone should be enough. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save who have bested Eorzea could endure such examination. Have the laws of man grown twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the Ascendant, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I agree. I realize the same cannot be said of Eorzea. Even amongst my brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Your influence wanes and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all soon shall change. Yeah, I got your request. I just accepted it. Thank you. These lands, these people, this world, all soon shall change. All as it was, so shall it begin, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and questions, my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I'm Eldebus, emissary, bearer of the world of the one true God, and we shall meet again. I'll scour over your Discord channel once I'm finished with my stream. Get to know it a little bit better. The problem is I cannot really use Discord that much. I'll have to find a way first on how to fix all of that. Because, I mean, just chatting and etc. that will work. Like actual voice conversations might be a bit of a problem due to me being streaming and using my microphone for the stream. Unfortunately, or I think that's how I intended it to be in the first place, is this character will only play when I'm live on YouTube. So every single step I've taken on this character is being recorded. But maybe I can find a workaround around that. I don't know. I realize it's definitely easier for you guys to have voice as well, maybe, instead of having to type everything. Alright. Well, you guys, you said you were ready, right? Yes. Alright, I'm also ready, so, if you want, we can do. I just need one, really. I just need the completionist, that's it. There's no loot to be had. I mean, there's some weapons there, but I don't necessarily... There's no mounts, etc., as far as I know. So, just one clear is enough for me. Currently just pushing the main story forward because all the content I've done right now is already completed. There's no extra content for me right now until I push the main quest. Except for now, of course, King Mugulmuk the 12th. Extreme. The Fornmark, there we go. So I know we will still get Leviathan, we will still get Ramu, we will still get Shiva on normal and X, or hard mode and X because there's no normal. So yeah, those three, but I haven't unlocked them yet, so... Oh wait, unable to join party? How come? What happened? Try again. There we go. We were able to clear the coil last time, so that's also done. I was able to do the Circus Tower, etc. on my own. The Labyrinth of Ancient, Circus Tower, and World of Darkness. So those are done. Savage are done. There's still a few normal dungeons I need to unlock, like Snowcloak and Keepers of the Lake. But also all of them story progression-wise. I've done all the Hildebrand quests up till the point where I can do them, so I need to go to Heaven's Ward to continue the rest. Done all the Moogle quests as well. Ramu Extreme. Does he drop any mounts, Ramu Extreme? Because I checked the loot for Moogle Mod, but he doesn't have anything except for weapons. There he is. The chunk. Yeah, I reckon this one will be done in a matter of seconds. And so the extreme one still has the movements. Well, that was easy. 16 seconds again, GG. Oh no, flee! The king is dead. Well, that was all I needed, actually. That's all I was needed, because I don't have any other content right now unlocked. Appreciate the help. As short as it was, that's literally all I needed for now. I wonder what Ramu has for kind of gear. Literally 16 seconds, yeah. So it will be a while before I unlock anything else, because I know, like I said, Ramu and Shiva are still upcoming. Yeah, that was quick. I need to unlock some more content right now. I've done everything. Everything, literally everything. There's not a single quest left. Thank the gods you returned, Vexus. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As I was, so shall it be begin. And what does he speak, and of what exactly? The world of Eldebus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Brea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Build on the stone. Ophelia has a final favor to ask of you. Let us aside the matter of Ascians until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth of it, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets, while feeding his paymaster subtly conceived misinformation. While he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I've closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information of the agents and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Eorzea will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. So, like 2 days ago, I actually went into some of my older accounts and transferred all the money to this account. And one of these accounts had had one of my alternative characters who hadn't logged in for 3,500 days? Yeah, 3,500 days. So that's almost nearly 10 years ago. I was able to scrap around about 24 million though, so that's gonna help me get a house in this game. I thought thee departed, then what ends dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished momentum. Well can I imagine the antecedent pain Upon my honor, I swear I spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Yes, 10 years. And also, I still need to think what I will do. I'm thinking of maybe transferring the goods over to this character, which is just gonna take forever to do. Or I might sell everything on those servers, because I have like 3 different guilds. They're all mine on those characters, and like all the retainers, including the personal backspace, all of it is full with crafting materials. Most of it is A Realm Reborn crafting materials, but all of it is jam-packed. Vexus, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed to the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you've given the journal to Eorzea, I bid you come to the 7th Heaven in Revenant Stall. The tower will be there to show inside our new headquarters. Assuming you've already tuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Eorzea in Revenant Stall. After all, it is right on our doorstep. I mean, I've been there so many times, if I haven't done it by now, then... You need some of those crafting materials. Well, there is a lot. It's just... The problem of transferring. Like, if you trade with another player, you can only transfer 5 items at a time. And we're talking about... possibly 1,000 items? 1,000 different items? So we're talking about at least 200 trades. So that's gonna take a whole day just to transfer those materials. So another option was for me to just sell them on the marketplace on their respective server and just transfer the money. Even the money took 23 trades, because you can only trade 1 million at a time. It is quite inconvenient, to be honest. Not even sure if some of it is worth anything. I haven't checked the market prices. I just know there was a lot. Well, I'll have to see on how I can do it for the best cause. And if you need some materials, you're more than welcome to take some. I'm not sure what you'll need. I just know there's a lot of them. And I need to sort it all out first as well, which is even worse. I mean, you guys have been helping me, so I don't mind sharing the loot I have over there. Just like I said, trading is only 5 items at a time, which is going to take a tremendous amount of time. Oh, Vexus, you're here. Good, good. We're all wondering where you'd show up. As I was just telling your respective receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that this document has been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stone is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us in the Walking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Most of the men and women you see around here are in Revenant Stall or adventurers who came and go as they wish. I dare say this should make it easier for you to get about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Vexus has already made something of a name for himself here, isn't that? Isn't that so, Vexus? It sure is. Why? That's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that the receptionist will work just as hard to see our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. Yeah, sure. Sorry, I wasn't maybe clear on that aspect, yeah. Because like I said, that's the only thing I've done. There's no new additional content right now for me. So by all means, take your leave. I will push through the main story, and then once I have something up, I'll just let you know if you guys are online and ask. And if you're busy, you're busy, and if you're willing to help, that's fine. Sorry, I wasn't clear on that yet. And with that, Vexus, I do believe it's time you officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The Antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Seventh Heaven. Is Tifa there? This place used to be full of quests as well. Well, it's our first time entering the Rising Stone. It's much like the Walking Sands, because you have this side area where some people are, and then you have the solar, and in front of it is what was it called? A bar, if you will, and the other one was just like a little house or something. But they're kind of similar in design. Well, it's certainly spacious. Yeah, the solar is quite big compared to the other one. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth to be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But does that mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance? On the contrary, the Antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit the political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea. A moment of your time, Vexus, I would speak of Eledibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter of which bringeth me will not admit delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldician hath been met with silence. None will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their HQ. The wards are beyond circumvention, and they come under attack. They would most certainly have raised the alarm. No one could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and knowledge both. Oh no. Contact the agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldician, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as the evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must need to seek another source of information on Eldibus. It is possible that the other ones of her homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlikely to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wondered? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or an Orcor, or a Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of these Ascian menaces. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point I have no doubt that Eledibus spoke the truth. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Vexus. I discern them all around. In disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as a mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and what and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know what will rise and meet it as one. And my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be far while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Krill, where are you? Also, I double-checked, and David was right. It's still the June of 24, the Moogle Stones. Your intercession was not foretold, Aurelius. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the Seventh Ardor and are stronger now in the Gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not our crass purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And then at long last they see. Complete. Realm Awoken. There we go. Still Waters. Hey, our first new character in a while. Ophelia has a new assignment for you. Yuki was it? Something like that? Truly there's no rest for the weary. Scarce had I began to make myself home when I received a request for assistance from Ambogina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been a target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that the pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystal, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what they may imply. Is that Leviathan? The Brass Blades charged with the investigation. The thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietaries have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but to service to a primal, you can ill afford to wait the Blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Ishola. When you arrive, she and Thancred have already begun preliminary investigations. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts, and I hope only our fears prove unfounded when you do. We got Ramu, we got Leviathan, then we got Shifa. I'm betting it's Leviathan. Ramu is already summoned, I believe. It's a good thing we still have all those tokens. I remember that new character that we're about to see. Like, when she got introduced, it was like the latest patch. And it would be a while before you could actually see what she was. There were a lot of speculations, because you could see some sort of scales, or a lizard tail. So back then, we didn't have the Aura class yet. So a lot of people were like, who is this, or what is she, or what class is she? By now we know, of course. Probably said more than I should have. We're not going to spoil anything. Sooner or later I won't be able to, because we reach content I've never done. Alvexis, your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the breastplates of the Rose, albeit a little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but you might better be spent in conversation with Fuvalupu. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation and would only be repeating which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Fuvalupu, we have helped him before. He's now a breastplate captain, isn't he? Ah, Vexus, what a pleasure to see you again. Stola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We've yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it must be greater than... Ah, but never mind. And I have news to share. A short while ago, a driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for the inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints in the Royal Elegance Sunway. Sunway or Subway? Sunway, yeah. The cart bolted off toward Eastern Fenland, where, to thank the gods, I heard that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage, it would seem a curious choice for thieves such as proven cunning, yet the Amalja do have a foothold in Eastern Fenland. What of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear coming bearing disappointing news. Or on a second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Franke, where have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And you wouldn't believe it. It happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do a small part to help my friends and breastplates intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of summness. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we've no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Vextus. He's right there, really? Come with us, and he's here right beside me. Against all expectations, it would seem that the Amalja are innocent in the particular spite of crimes. By all indications, they've yet to replenish a source of crystals exhausted during the last attempt to summon it freed. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystal, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we're dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly we're missing something. Well, as you think what it might be, I shall inform Eorzea of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
Hey, finally voiced.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll.
That's, that's Fankred, alright. Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness?
Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Franklin wishes to discuss how to proceed with the investigation. Any bright ideas? Solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of better suggestion, I suggest we try picking up Fufulupu's brain again. Who knows, if we work together we might find something of its use nestled away within it. So that was Vesper's Bay that we saw. We saw a little ship arriving. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I've given some thought to the matter, and I've just hit upon the most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufulupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as how the thief's activity escaped our notice for so long, and it came to me. What if there's some among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears prove well-founded, Fufulupa. Indeed, for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location. Their plan would be discovered the moment the brass blades were involved. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded, with thieves as willy as our risk open confrontation. Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret to trusting goods to, let us say, a low Miquote miner traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention? But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that. But to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge of Hammerlea. Fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Vexus? You lie in wait in the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but it would be a surprise if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Will do. We'll go say hello to these guys and give them a good whack. Catches your eyes. Unknown revenues. Interesting. There's more of you? Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? A gang of sea-wolf thieves in Infanila, no less. Suppose there's a first time for everything? Sea-wolves, all of them. Aye, with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Tancred, if you would be so good to attend to this outstanding matter in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. I like her outfit on Ishtola. For Horizon then, Fufulupa will want to hear about your meeting with her thieves. On behalf of the breastplates of the Rose, I thank you for your service in the horizon. Ah, but we have no need to be idle. While you were afield, we were succeeding in identifying the traitors within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with them fellow in private. Ah, no, I'm afraid it will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made his good escape. Oh, for the love of... How did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling the summoners we confiscated, have they? Or was there a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Lominson born and raised, I believe. Do not worry, we will find him, you have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments. Yes? He's standing next to me. Understood. Our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow the duty where it leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Alright, thank you. The Mother of Exiles. Oh, we got paint again. It's been a while since we had paint. Thank you for the information on your next assignment. The Antecedent bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is Alphinaud has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that I will have her answers. Alright, so we're going to Alphinaud. So yes, even though they technically said that we will leave Vesper Bay behind, we are still interacting with it quite a bit. Then again, we still have 45 tickets, so... which is a lot. Because these tickets can only be used for Vesper's Bay, so... You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes? In Alfard? Well, like the rest of the nation of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, it should be very interesting to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. You would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, don't you think? Come with me to Ulda, Vexus. Unless I'm mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance, if our guests are not themselves some Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have a hand in the event of unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ulden. Alright, let's go meet our Domans. Let me check on the main quest list actually, exactly where we are in the main story right now. Is this still counting as A Realm Reborn, or is this counting as pre-Heavensward? I think this is still A Realm Reborn. I'm pretty sure. This is not considered pre-Heavensward yet. I think. So we have this one. Yeah, so we're still in the 7th Umbral era main scenario. No, I'm not. I'm in the 7th Astral area. Yeah. So here's where we are right now. And then we get Heavensward. Then we get Dragon Song, which is post Heavensward. And then post Dragon Song. This is like, oh, maybe this is pre Heavensward. Heavensward main scenario, post Heavensward main scenario. I'm not sure, but we're far from... Yeah, we just entered this, really. How's my timers doing? None of them complete. Mission underway, that's fine. Let's get that ulti horn. Let's get Gabriel A identification key. I don't have 30. I thought I had a bit more than that. Right, we got 2 new mounts. Ulti horn. And Gabriel. Let's see what those 2 are. Gabriel. Prior to building a full-size prototype of a new transforming armor dubbed Gabriel, project engineers created this skill test model to perform aerodynamic testing. While it passed said test with flying colors, it was observed that the engine may be prone to running hot. That's cool. And what was the other one? Here. It's a gorilla. Euphidi. Having survived a call of its kind of bloodthirsty adventures on its native datum, this Ufi mastered the art of riding the winds, that it might set forth on a journey to find a worthy leader. Despite its brawn, it possesses a surprisingly delicate touch, and just as well as it does. Let's try these out in a bit. So we were looking at Hustling Strip, right there. So the Chamber of Rules where we need to go. Yeah, I think it's post A Realm Reborn right now. But it's not pre-Heavensward yet. Gladiators Guild, Chamber of Rules. Pretty sure that's how it is. I'm not exactly sure where Heavensward starts though. Like where does pre-Heavensward start? Or maybe a post A Realm Reborn and pre-Heavensward are the same thing actually. I don't know. Like quests? Like I said, we're now in this is main scenario. This is post A Realm Reborn, I guess. And then this would be either Heavensward or pre-Heavensward. Because Dragon's Song is like part of Heavensward as well. So you have 2 Heavenswards and then post, like endgame Heavensward. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us this small kindness? Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fall upon deaf ears? A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphino Levieur, at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me verily nearly unique in this part of the world. At least few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endure yourselves to a wealthy and powerful. Pray join me on an associate at the Quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there's aught we can do to help. Wow, why is my reading so bad all of a sudden? Are we going to Momidi? Yes. The Quicksands. So the Quicksand would be the Adventurers Guild. There we go. So far we have not seen any of her kind.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Yeah, the what do you call this? The voiced cutscenes are already getting more and more. That's good. If I may so, as I said earlier, we've been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. Not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would I plead you to listen to them. I think, suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames you to beg for more when you have already offered so much. Desperation compels me, gentle sir. If you are an associate, could spare any provisions, anything at all, I would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Omidi, we need your help. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Vexus? Of course I'll help. We couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow. See, but just send word that they can't come, meaning I've got a buttload of foodstuff and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha. Go and call Fridura and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince orders to the Walking Sands. But if they argue, just show him these letters. That'll set them straight. Well, it seems you guys are in luck, Lady Yugiri. The Mother of Exiles. We got Little Lake purple dye, Millicorn yellow dye. Gotta choose one of the three. Or Cork brown. Let's go with Lilac purple dye. Hello, Fridera. She's a business of feeding refugees now. Ain't normally one to question Mr. Momidi's judgment, but it doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Hello, Catherine. My, that's a rather odd request. Maybe you misheard her instructions? I sure haven't. You know you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect you mark my words for it. Yeah, these people aren't very helpful. Let's give them some help. The Domans. Won't be seeing much of them until the third expansion, or the second expansion, Stormblood. The first one is Heaven's Ward. Technically, the first game isn't an expansion. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell the Yugiri it's all in hand. I dared not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momidi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased to hear with his reply. We have been granted an audience. Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You've done much for both of us. You've much done for us, Master Alfino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and nothing so unpalatable will be required of them. Assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep, come, the Flame General awaits us in the Royal Promenade. Alright, back to the Royal Promenade it seems. Speak with Rauba. Chambers rule. Rauba is such a cool character. Pleasure, Lieutenant Jaeger. The others are already in sight. Let's not keep them waiting. I like how he says I'm Lieutenant Jaeger because I'm part of his Immortal Flames. I'm second lieutenant, so that's why he just added Lieutenant Jaeger. I kind of like that small feature.
Yugiri of Doma, I'm honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Three against four. We're in minority.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace. And I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Alright, we will take the purple die. Promises to keep. Rauban would like to discuss how to handle the Doman refugees. As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of the things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Take the Aephorite to the Aephorite Plaza. There we go. Which is the closest to the flaming, the Immortal Flames? Right now we're not getting any elegant tombstones anyway, so we should be fine. But before we go to any dungeons or whatever, we go to Doma. Not Doma. Revenant Stall. More Dona. There we go. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that matter be reconsidered. The Monitorists have made their position clear. Agreed. Ulda is not an option. Nor are Limsa, Lominsa, or Gardania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. which leaves our Doman friends confined to the ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment? Would I have the means to find an alternative? A place not bound by the concerns of a great nation. Ophelia, that is precisely why I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not when my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultan to accept us for a limited time? A week perhaps, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Do you agree? I have a proposal. If you would hear it. How would it, Master Alphino? The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, stand in a place called Revenant Stall, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lack the comforts of a more established settlement. However, the leader of Revenant Stall have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor lest you doubt, with not safe food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant Stall would offer certain advantages, their absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Mr. Alphino, once again, I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life of your people go to one is hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. I believe that there remains the matter of how to move safely to be born to Revenant Stall, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Olden Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Vexus. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Speak with Rawan at the Hall of Flames. How many seals do we have? Okay, we're not kept on seals, nowhere near at least. Hello, Alphino. Here we are again. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant Stall too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momedia has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such a time as they are ready to set out to Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear it exceeds our mandate. Were it in smaller numbers, perhaps it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to its private citizens. I will engage the service of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well, we shall begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it's the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And you in Revenant Stall, my lord. Well, it sounds like I have work to do. Lady Ugary, put our heads together and settle on details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust this task to escorting our Doman friend to you, after you have rested your own 2 weary legs, of course. What say you? Sounds like a plan. Alphino has a mind to send you to Vesper's Bay. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure of Vesper Bay, where from they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this is all but been decided rather suddenly. It would not surprise me if the refugees require some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Vexus, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process. Though tasks great and small, in short, whatever must need to be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Ugary tells, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Alright, Vesper Bay it is. We get, oh yeah, we do get experience, even though it's very, very little. That's okay, we've already outleveled the main story by 12 levels on my main character. Not to speak of my warrior and my white mage. Hello, Hozan. Greetings. Alvanat informed me that the sign will be arriving to help the preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. Aye, I know from a glance what manner of man you are. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive the travel, but might I trouble you here to help around the children that have been given into my care. They're most adept at staying hidden from sight, but perhaps you with a keen eye will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozan. He can tell you more. So we're playing hide and seek, is it? Oh, hello there, I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. You will be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help though. We're just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Ugary told us to take it really serious, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Wait, we had the new mounts. So we have King Kong over here, or Donkey Kong, or whatever his name is. And he's carrying me in one arm, and he even knows how to fly. Awesome. This one is strange. Hiding child. Hey, you're not Yozan. Who are you? I'm Koharu, Vexus Jaeger, eh? I don't know anyone else. Wait a minute. You're one of those. Stellians, aren't you? No, Scions. Scions? You must know Lady Ugary, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek too. Alright, almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Vexus. Let's try the other one though. Gabriel. Holy moly, this thing is gigantic. What is this? So I'm flying on top of it. Shouldn't I be inside it, maybe? Just saying. Okay, transform. Yo, Don, welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? Okay, this is a strange one. You're up late. This is the new mount we got from the Moogle thing. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's kind of cool. I haven't spoken to you in a while. I'm doing alright. It's pretty late already. Just chillaxing, progressing the main story of the game. How's your hand? So I know you busted up your hand at work. I think it was work. How did you find me? Guess I need more practice. Or maybe I'm just... Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Guardians didn't find me. I'm looking for one more kid, wherever he might be. There he is. Ah, are you playing? Ah, no fair. Yosin didn't send anything about adults. Huh? You got to ride a horsebird carriage. I don't know, it sounds scary. If Yosin says it's safe, I'll go. That's kind of nice. These kids, they were trying to hide from Garlemald, and Yugiri made it into a game, like hide and seek. They should always take it serious. That's good that you can already, you know, it means it's healing. Of course, it's gonna stay painful for a few more weeks, probably. Wonderful. All the children are accounted for. I didn't seek. Ah, I see that you're curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it's best the children know what to do in case of Garleans find us. I should hope that these days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that they were prepared. Why we adventure. Alright. At long last, Hosen and his group are ready to leave Vespers Bay. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at irregular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Homai, will be traveling in the lead carriage, together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by our brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform the coachman. So are you already back at work again with your arm? Or do you have like altered work now? Because it might still hurt if you fully use it. You're in coachman. Eager to be off, are you? Aye. Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the blades say we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerlea. Might be as someone's eyes playing tricks on me, of course, but I don't pay the gamble in this business. Now, I know you can't handle yourself in a fight, but this is a lot another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and quickly look around. Make sure the area is safe, and if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blade tell me the road is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own, assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Yeah, that's good. You shouldn't force yourself. I know for a company's point of stand view, of course, they would like you to work as soon as possible, but you should take your time to recover. Because, for example, if the injury worsens because you're not taking your rest, then it will. I mean, they should realize that as well. But then you'll be out of commission for longer, and that will cost them even more money. So it is in their best interest as well that you take your time to recover. Even though the company will probably most of the time push you to start working as soon as possible. Let's see, we got a wandering eye over here. Alright, you're in coachman. The way is clear, sir. So where was this beastie? Was being an operative word, eh? Alright, man, talk to you soon. Hopefully we can play some Warhammer Total War 2. Hopefully next month so at the start of June, I'll get my webcam and start streaming with cam. And probably upgrade my PC as well, so who knows, maybe we can even try Warhammer Total War 3 at that point. Well thought, sir, well thought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities prelude acts of daring do. I mean, it's gonna be a gradual upgrade, so I probably won't upgrade my entire PC in one go. Alright man, speak to you later. I'll message you on WhatsApp or Discord. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Last but not forgotten, Lady Yuguri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a deed? In kind, father, to she who has given everything, we shall give her all. Whatever work here is to be done, we shall do it without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. The kids. Just knocked over this dude. Hey, Mr. Vexus. Koharu and I want you to know... wait. Koharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. To gain power. I knew it. That's why I told Koharu, but she didn't believe me. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Vexus. I've got a question. What's Revenant Toll like? Is it pretty? It's a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventures. It's a bastion of civilization in a harsh and unforgiving wilderness. I guess that's true. It is home to the silent. That's also true. That is also true. This one. Oh, so you live there with your friends. That means you'll always be there to protect us. Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Vexus, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Eat your vegetables. Is that a thing? Seek out new experiences and adventures. Fight ferocious beasts. Train every day. Buy weapons armor for a way now. Oh, that last answer. No. Train every day. That's a good one. You start with that. Aha, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me. And don't leave me anything but. Alright. That's enough questions for Mr. Vexus. That's not fair. Why does Joseph get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about the adventuring just as much as he does. Just one word, please. Do you think you could be an adventurer like you one day? Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Vexus. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurer's guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Vexus and Lady Yuguri. Yeah, just like Mr. Vexus and Lady Yuguri. We can talk about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Well, that seems to be the idea, yeah? It's the same well, it's maybe not the exact carriage, but it's the same kind of carriage that we used at the start of the game. So it has wheels, but it's also floating, as to make it easier for the chocobos to carry it, I suppose. No, it hasn't. It doesn't have wheels. I thought it had wheels, so it doesn't. It's completely floating. And there's 2 chocobos carrying it. Or pulling it, rather. They're not carrying it. Where are we right now? All that, and we're still at Scorpion's Crossing. Are you kidding me? How do we go from there, actually? I wonder. What is the quickest way? I mean... We'll be going here, here, here. Through Northern Tunnel. That's not a very safe route, is it? Is there another way? I guess through the Black Shroud to Curvis, that's a long way around. And then back to Mordona. That is probably the safer route though, because how else are we going to go there? Mordona. Straight to the Imperium. Straight to the Meridium. That seems very unlikely. I wonder how we go about. It's gotta be to the Shroud then through Curvis. I mean, both are really long ways, but you can hardly go through Northern Talon, right? If it was just me and the Scions, we could probably bust through the Castrum. Or just me alone. I could do it. But having to guard like a couple of hundred domans? Nope. Hello, Alfinot. Ah, Vexus. I take it the first group has arrived? Excellent. Is there aught else? No. We have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugri should travel to Revenant Stall forthwith. All due respect. Alfinot would have you and Lady Yugri depart for Revenant Stall without delay. This past time, Lady Yugri met with the guild representatives of Revenant Stall. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here at Thalalun, which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to Doman delegation to the duration of our journey. Speak with Slavborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will work most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugri to Minfida and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, then the resulting tie shall stand at Doman in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Vexus. Alright, Yugri. Let's go. And before we do anything else, let's spend those elegant tombstones. Because we are capped. So the longer we wait, the less use we have for it. I wonder if there's anything we can buy at this point. So she's also doing the main quest. She used to be a way higher level than me. We've caught up with her quite nicely, I'd say. Guess we could get one of these. Faded copy of another round. It's a faded copy, so I'm not sure if we have it. Seems we have none. That's kind of nice, we can check where it is. Equipped, Saddleback, Armor, Glamour Dress Roar. So we don't have one. Let's get one. We spent 500 for now. Let's talk to Slethborn. This must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fireness of pudding. Poor though we may seem, we have wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter in here. We all welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slethborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals. If you needn't know, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands, as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slethborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the Antecedent. Seven Hells Vexus, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Alright, guess I'll go ahead of you then. Philia. There's no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldician continue to meet with a failure. Eorzea has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they have too yielded naught. Will we preserve? Of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are awaiting confirmation of that which we already knew. How fare the Domans? I'm given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhaps your question to wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unsolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I couldn't ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answers please me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? You have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant Stole could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriage are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slethborn. Lady Yugiri, Vexus? Dalamud and I will make all the necessary preparations to assure that our Doman friends feel at home upon our arrival, though I must admit that I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Y'shtola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival. There she is.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a fleet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Eorzea too reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late.
Yep, the Lord of Whirl.
Oh gods. They mean to summon Leviathan?
Correct.
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Yeah.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon, soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. on the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Alright, that was the quest complete. All due respect. Let's see. Okay, there's nothing else. There's just the main story again. Sea rises. Ophelia wishes to share some final words on the coming mission prior to departing to Limsa Lominsa. Plainly, should wars come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only resource will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually inevitable. Yet so long as there's a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our effort towards achieving that goal. Before we do all else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time and will doubtlessly have valuable information to share. Right, let's see if there's any other quests around there. But there's still nothing here. Moogle is no longer here either. You are expected. Pray take this lift to command room. Hello, Merwit. Welcome, friends. I take Y'shtola has appraised you of the situation? Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had no crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Dalamud to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let the fishback have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom make ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome our scion's support in this endeavor. But if God forbid our efforts should come to naught, it would need to trouble you more than a mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Mephilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front line. I can only assume that you would have sound reason for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. Also only that there is something I would see with my own eyes. If that's so, well, I'm not stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require. But precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Here we go. Vexus, Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagan movements with the Sepsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point in Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make our way there forthwith, that you might be appraised of their latest intelligence. Commander Falkbrida has charge of a garrison. Alright, no conversations I guess, just straight there. Oh yeah, it's the last outpost before the wall, before the Sahagan grounds, I suppose. We've helped her before. Alright, Justin and Rachel, thank you for helping me out with Kung Mugglemok, and I'll speak to you later. Have a good night. I won't be making it too late either. I'll probably pop off in maybe half an hour max. Around 1 o'clock. Oh, we passed it. I was busy typing in the chat. Flew straight past it. Dog breather. No, wrong one. Her. I've been expecting you, Scions of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Okay, still no side quests. That's the benefit of having done all the side quests. You can just keep going with the main story. Falkbrida is growing ever more agitated by the minute. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sepsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit that the Maelstrom has ever faced a foe the likes of this before, we must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. Yet, the return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. Better or for worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, would have you aid us in our search. 5 scouts fended in Sepsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to the wounds who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, they've perished, circumstances permitting. I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into the enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. I'll be fine. I'll be more than fine, come on. Just some scrubs. Well, looking for him, but I don't see him. There he is. He was hiding, which makes sense. Help, somebody. Of all times to forget the restorative. Ugh. We got one for you, buddy. Hang in there. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue. I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg of you. Yeah, this is early game. It's still A Realm Reborn. We're about to hit Heaven's Ward. I like the story. The story's gonna catch up real fast now. Because we both know what happens. I'm not going to say anything, but... Right, so these are corpses. These guys have already died. Soldiers' corpses. We got 2 of them here. There were 5 of them, so there's still 2 missing. That's 1. Okay, I know I'm gonna stop soon, but I really need a small toilet break, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Poured myself a drink as well. I'll add a few minutes on our stream. Let's see. Deliver the soldiers' corpses to Valkyria. Well, there were 5. I'm still missing 2. Shouldn't we go look for them first? There's Valkyria. You returned, thanks to the navigator. When I learned you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what came of the others? Well, 2 of them are dead. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does the savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. The very last, one of my men came back alive. For that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. The Gift of Eternity. Valkyria awaits the commencement of the operation with barely concealed rage. Dries down fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose and vengeance, is it not? I want your mind on the task at hand, Sevi. My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep my clear head. Good. According to our soul-surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass the Aephorite in the depths of Subsa. If we are to act, we must be now. The men are ready. We await but your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security around the spawning grounds. Frontal assault is likely to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Subsa Aephorite and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. As much as we would like to. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates of the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have the charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levies spearhead the assault and have subsequent units to fan out and cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from ashore. In likewise, we shall form a smaller unit in hopes of confusing the Sahagin's defensive effort. Vexus and Ishtola, 2 of you make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwanted attention. Very well. Vankred and Yuguri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin out as possible at the spawning grounds. Having done so, take your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Ishtola and Vexus. When all has been set in motion, I myself cut a path to the Aephorite, accompanied by Lady Mephilia as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Vexus? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. we're going forward now, into the Subsa spawning grounds. Right on top of Fate. Alright, push on through. Keep them coming. Oh, there's more. Right, we're pushing forward to the Serpent's... Oh no, this is the Serpent's Tomb. This is a different area. Reaver's Hide, I suppose. For Lord Leviathan. Making quick work of these guys. There we go. Is there more of them? No, that's all for now. Pray do not concern yourself. It was but a glancing blow. Come, Eve Right is close at hand. Let us press on.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
That was a cool little cutscene there of Thancred and Lady Yugiri. Both very similar styles.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Sorewalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish Shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away.
did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Yep, and thus the story progresses forward. Understand, I speak of no normal ball of water. That which Leviathan makes, ready to conjure, carries more destructive power than aught is seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer his history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Into the heart of the world. Into the heart of the world. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure. But Lemelian herself would struggle the best to lure Hero in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood out of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we can think of one. I shall wait you in the command room. Alrighty. Well, we've passed the 1 hour mark. We were stuck in a cutscene, so I kept it going for a bit. But yeah, I've also reached my limit. I noticed in the cutscene I was taking a bit slower as usual, because I could tell myself, you know, nodding off. So it's a good time to call it here. Just teleporting to Limsa, so we're at least out of harm's way from any Sahagins that are crawling up on us. And I will end my video right here. And then we'll continue with the main story tomorrow. Things are really picking up right now. And we made some good progression today. We completed the Hildebrand quests. And we've done about, like, I don't know, say 12 to 15 main quests. So it's going pretty good. And with that, I'll end my video here. So a shout out to Danolini. He's also a Twitch streamer, though he hasn't streamed for a long time. He's a personal friend of mine. Hopefully we can get him into future streams again. We used to play Warhammer Total War 2 together. Thank you Joshua and Rachel for your help in King's Mugglemog the 12th. And hope to see you all in the next Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Also, if you guys liked the video, please leave it a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to help out, please consider subscribing, as I made it my goal to reach 1,000 subs by the end of this year. Let's see if we can make it. I'll soon be starting a YouTube Shorts program as well for my Final Fantasy collection and stories, etc. So maybe that will rack in some new, much needed subscriptions as well. Anyway, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you all in the next Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Good night, Joshua and Rachel, and I'll talk to you later.